Hello, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome to RGR Football and this week's edition of Kingdom Corner, which pits the Chiefs against the New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be an offensive battle. It should be a bit of a shootout early, and I think later on the Chiefs are going to stretch the lead out a bit. Regardless of who starts at quarterback, people would have you believe that it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to make a difference. First of all, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down there and hit the notification bell to make sure you get future videos from us here at RGR Football. The Chiefs have a few guys on the injured reserve right now and a couple of guys that could be out. One of those guys that's questionable and doubtful is Mike Remmers, who's been subbing in at right tackle. Mitchell Schwartz is supposed to be eligible to return from IR. We're not sure if that's going to mean anything. But the good news is that Eric Fisher did practice in full on Friday. He's still listed as questionable, but we're hoping that he's going to be in there because that'll make a great difference for the Chiefs. Another thing that makes a great difference for the Chiefs is what's going on with the Saints. They currently have Drew Brees announced as the starter coming this weekend. 4 weeks removed from breaking 11 ribs and puncturing a lung. This is not the wisest move in the world. This is, first of all, it would be inhumanly insane for him to be recovered in such a short period of time. It's typically an injury that takes 5 to 6 weeks to heal one rib or any number of ribs, I imagine. But the collective damage of having basically half of your rib cage broken and a punctured lung on top of that, then playing the quarterback position, he's already a diminutive quarterback. He's not a huge guy. So, and he's getting older. So taking those hits takes a lot more wear and tear out of the quarterback. Quarterbacks in the past have expressed concern and pain and difficulty with even, having to take needles to alleviate the pain so that they can torque their body and throw, or even crouch down and take a snap and then jump back up again to cock their arm back. It's going to be a really tough go if he's able to go at all. I think that's what's going to happen is he's probably going to get in the game for a little bit, and then, they'll decide it's, for safety's sake, not a very good idea, especially if Sack Nation keeps up their trend that they did last week when they got to 2 of 4 times. They finally returned with all the main cogs getting a piece of the action. It's what we've been waiting for here at Chiefs Kingdom. They seem to be getting back on track. Let's see if it carries forward this week. If Drew Brees goes out, then that brings in Taysom Hill and possibly Jameis Winston, who doesn't scare me in the least. Throw a lot of yards, he'll throw a lot of picks, he'll throw a lot of balls to the Kansas City Chiefs. That at least has been his MO in the past. On paper, these two teams, it shouldn't be that close of a game. They have offensive weapons in the Saints, but 3 of the players that they're concerned about this week, they're missing, are going to be Malcolm Thomas, Malcolm Brown, the defensive tackle. Michael Thomas, their wide receiver, is going to be out. Nick Easton, one of their interior offensive linemen, is also out. All 3 of those guys are out. Their top 2 receivers available in the game are going to be Alvin Kamara and Emmanuel Sanders, who's a bit long in the tooth at this point. Both explosive players in their own right. Combined, they have 47 fewer yards than Travis Kelce has by himself. Combined, they have 1 less receiving touchdown than Travis Kelce has by himself. And we haven't even talked about Tyreek Hill yet. Travis Kelce leads the league in receiving. Tyreek Hill is number 4 overall. On paper, again, like I said, Patrick Mahomes has over 1,000 more yards than all 3 of the Saints quarterbacks combined, passing. He has 11 more touchdowns than all 3 of those quarterbacks combined. He's been sacked 7 fewer times, and they have the same exact number of interceptions. This is not an equal footing game for these New Orleans Saints. They've been commended of late for having a 9-game winning streak, largely against teams with losing records that aren't making the playoffs. They've beaten a number of those teams by single scores and 4 of them by 3 points. The Chiefs are not the team to be toyed with. The last week was, I think, a blessing for them in disguise, going up against a tough Miami defense on, enemy soil, going down to Miami, playing them there at Hard Rock, where Patrick, like you said, has thrown interceptions before. He had a 3-interception game. He was sacked for a 30-yard loss. He showed, hey, I'm human, but I can still win. I can do all these things wrong, be down by 10, and in the third quarter, when you're unable to score against the Chiefs, 12 out of 13 times this season, locked out, no touchdowns for the Miami Dolphins. Once again, another team not able to score in the third, not able to score a TD in the third quarter. You're standing around looking at each other with 5 minutes to go in the third, and you're down 30-10. What happened? What happened? What happened to you is number 15. Big Red, Eric Bieniemy, and Patrick Mahomes got together and just decided, let's turn it up. I don't know what it is that makes them take their foot off the gas from time to time or start slow. Sometimes things just got to click. You just got to get the timing right. You got to get the feet under you. Got to feel the field a little bit. Look at LaMarcus Jackson. He was sliding all over the place against the Browns. Went to the bathroom or wherever he went and came out and was a renewed guy and looked like his MVP self and, helped them pull it out against Cleveland. The Chiefs, just as a team, sometimes it's like finely tuned watch mechanisms. They're not meshing at first, but then once they do, they glide and they're smooth. And there's no tick, tick, tick in the hands like a Rolex. It just smoothly glides around. And when they're in that mode and when they're running the ball, goodness help you, opposing teams. Just goodness help you, because by the time the rubber pellets settle on the field in New Orleans, I feel like the Chiefs are going to win by a score of 38-24. I think it's going to be one of those double-digit, multiple-score wins for Kansas City, possibly 2 touchdowns. The Saints don't scare me like they scare a lot of people. I don't understand the concern. I think that they're a good team, not a great team. I think the Packers are more dangerous. Even though they beat the Packers early in the season by 7, I don't feel like this team measures up to Kansas City across the board. Now, again, Kansas City could play down to their level. Kansas City could not play a clean game all the way through. They could be starts and stops and spits and spurts and can't put them away, whatever have you. They could get out to a lead and let them come back, a la Tampa Bay and the Dolphins. That can happen. Or they could put it all together and just destroy them and blow them out. People talk about the Chiefs not being able to run the ball. It's as irrelevant as it is inaccurate. All right, the Chiefs are averaging 4.5 yards a carry. That's plenty. With this team, if you can average 3.5 yards a carry, 3 runs and it's a first down. And how often are you gonna run the ball 3 times in a row with Patrick Mahomes in the backfield throwing to Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill? I kind of expect Tyreek, Travis, and Sammy Watkins all to get off for 75 plus yards, with 2 of those receivers going for over 100 yards and probably around 4 touchdowns between the 3 of them. If McCole Hardman breaks loose, that's just going to open up the vent's just going to go wide open, and look out, like Sally bar the door if you're the Saints defense. I think that we're looking at Patrick Mahomes throwing for over 380, possibly over 400 this week, and 4 touchdowns. I'd like to see Le'Veon Bell get involved even more this week. He got a couple carries last week. I'm not sure why they held him out after that. He was averaging a large clip per carry. I kind of expect going forward, I'll just throw this little nugget out there, that Le'Veon Bell, my prediction, will have more yards rushing from the month of January on than he's had in his entire season, en route to the Chiefs winning back-to-back Super Bowls this year. Prediction's been the same all year. Run it back, win it again, be the first team with back-to-back Super Bowls in almost 2 decades. Go Chiefs. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.